Y'all, what is going on with Facebook today? What is going on with Facebook today? And it's not our internet, because my husband works from home and I hear him on FaceTime in conference calls. I hear him up there on. So it's not, and we have boosters in every room because we both work from home. So it's got to be a Facebook thing. Priscilla, Mary, what's going on with Facebook or the internet today? But like I said, my husband works from home and I hear him literally up there on calls, which a lot of them are FaceTime calls, like team calls with teams. And his calls are not dropping. So I feel like it's not an internet thing. It's a Facebook thing. And people this morning were saying, I heard people this morning saying, what's going on with Facebook today? It's being so wonky. I mean, we just want to craft and make cute things, guys. We just want to craft and make cute things. All right, what color did I say I wanted to be on the bottom of this? I don't want to do the same. Maybe the blue. We'll do the blue. Guys, I do apologize, but I don't know. I don't know. All right, then we'll go check our fenders. Because I feel like they've been sitting over there drying for so long that I'm not going to be able to bend them into place where I need them. So that might not work out. We might have to just throw those out. That might not work out, guys. All right. So I'm going to come in. I'm going to make it kind of the square shape it needs to be. So when I push it in there, I don't have to mess around with it too much, because I don't want to ruin the ribbon underneath. Okay. Okay. All right, so let's press this down. Hey, Lulu. Welcome back or welcome in. And another little peach taffy over here on the bow. Right there. There wasn't enough to fill in the cavity. Okay. Okie dokie. That purple one, I think I'll use, but I'm gonna put it, it's gonna be one of the first ones we put down. So then I can layer these other presents on top of it, because I think I just really don't like it. All right, let's push this down. Ooh, Raymond, son, did you get you some chicken soup? Are you taking it easy? No fun being sick. Oh, speak of the devil. There's my postal lady, but nothing for me. She drove right on by. All right, see, that one comes out really good, guys. It comes out really good. All right, so the next thing we need to do, guys, is check these fenders. Hopefully they're dry enough that I can handle them. They're still wet, you guys. They're still wet. A little bit. See, and I really don't want to get silver on the tires. Third time's the charm, Priscilla. Yeah. All right, so let's take this ugly purple one. Although I feel like as it's drying, it's puffing out and it's behaving a little bit better, but that's the one I kind of really didn't like. We'll put that one in the middle. Bring my water over, because you know the green has a good skin on it because it's been there for a while. So we'll put that one right in the middle. I just really don't like that present. And then we will come over with the pink one next. Raymond, no. Oh my gosh, no. No bueno. to have to be at work when you don't feel good. No bueno. And I'm kind of making them like kitty corner and stacked. I don't want them to look the same. All flat is what I meant. I want them to look cute in there. All cattywampus and everything. Yeah, I was able to put this present right over that purple one that I didn't like. Oh shoot, now I wish I reversed them because I've got the orange bow next to the orange present. But oh well, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. I can't take them off now. They're stuck. They're stuck to each other. That looks candyland and cute. Candyland and cute. All right, so you guys, please tell me I'm not frozen again. Please tell me I'm not frozen again. If I am, I give up, and I'm just going to finish it off camera. Oh my God, please tell me I'm not frozen again. That looks cute though, guys. All right, I feel like we need to do these fenders now. And I'm only going to have one chance, guys. One chance. Because I want to just eyeball them and then just set it down because they're still a tiny bit wet. But we're going into our 27. Oh, okay, Desiree, good. I do apologize, guys. We're going into our 27th hour of this truck because I have to keep going out and coming back in. All right, so the smaller one is going to go to the front because we have the larger piece of bumper there. So what I'm going to do is, for this one, I do want to put some super glue, not just the water. Because once I stick it down, guys, I don't want it to move at all. So I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to put a bead of super glue on the back. I'm going to eyeball where it's going to go. And then I'm going to place it down. And finger press it in. And y'all, that worked. That worked. Whew. Okay. Get the silver off my fingers. We're going to do the same thing again. Let me dry my fingers. That looks so adorable, guys. Come in with this second one. I'm going to get some super glue and we're going to pick it up and lay a bead of super glue on the entire back of the fender. And then we're going to eyeball it before we place it down, because once we place it down, guys, it's gonna be stuck because of the super glue. Put it right in there, finger press it down. Whew. Ooh, stressful. Okay. All right, then we just have to decide how we want to finish this off. How stinking cute, guys. I love the fenders in the silver. I love the fenders in the silver. Let me, what kind of gingy cutters do I have? Let's turn the lights on, guys. So gloomy. What kind of gingy cutters? Here's my gingy cutters. I know I have a teeny tiny one. This might be the right size. I think this one would be the right size, guys. This is the one that we got from Fake Bakers Gone Wild from Catherine. And I think that would be the right size for our truck. Hi, Julie. How are you? Welcome. Y'all, I do apologize. Everyone's having to go out and come back, and go out and come back, and go out and come back. The internet world is being cuckoo today. I do apologize. All right, I think this, Desiree, the rims, right? I feel like the silver paint was the secret ingredient on this. It just really makes them pop. It gives it such a cute, different little look. All right, so some gingerbread clay. Let's cut this little gingy out. And we don't need the entire gingy. We just need the head and arms. So we'll cut it out. And then we'll figure out, and we'll just cut it off on the bottom where it needs to be cut off. Oh my gosh, just had a string of clay and I was so, did you hear me go? I thought I got a string of gingerbread clay going across my truck. This is so adorable, guys. This is so cute. All right, so let's cut our gingy out. Let's condition our clay. And see how I strategically covered that purple present with the other presents? So you don't even see the smushy, messed up part. And you can't even tell that the bow was a fail, an epic fail. All right, we'll roll this out. Roll, it doesn't have to be super thick, but I do have my 1/4 inch guides on. Okay. I am gonna come in with some oil. I have used this cutter previously, but not a lot. So cute, right, Kathy? So cute. I can't wait to show Juliana how I did mine. Mine looks different completely than hers. That's the cool thing. Like, we all could have like the same tools, the same cutters, the same pieces, what have you. But we put our own little spins on them and they all look different, right guys? They all look different, which is so cool. I love that. All right, hopefully this is enough. Let's see. We can cut them out and then pop them out. So cute. All right. I love him. He's a big head. So cute. So cute. Smooth the edges. I'm not going to worry about the bottom half because we're going to cut that off. Okay. So put this back in the hot tub with its friends. Okay, let me eyeball over here. Kind of want them to be like that. So I feel like I just kind of have to just ever so slightly. You wish you lived in the States so you could get the cutters too. Oh, you live in Canada? She ships to Canada. See my 3D prints? I'm sure ships to Canada, Kathy. And if you join Juliana's group, I'm sure she will ship to Canada. Well, if I make a mistake and cut it in the wrong spot, guys, we can just do it again. We can do it again. Yeah, I cut it at a little angle, and I don't think I want it at an angle. I thought I did, but I don't think I do. Let's see. Yeah, I did want it in an angle. JK. Right, Raymond. Teresa, Flowertown Crafts, is in Canada, and she may have similar cutters. I'm not sure if she has a farm truck like this, but you can contact her and see, and maybe she could make you one. She lives in Canada and cuts, makes her own cutters. I'm watching those fenders. if they're moving at all, I'm having to show them who's boss. All right, guys, let's do this again. Let's cut the gingy out again. I did think I wanted it at an angle, but the first time I cut it at the wrong angle. So let's see if I can get it right this time. Oh, you have some from her. Okay, great, Kathy. Great, good. Yeah. This particular farm truck is from Juliana Quiet Corner Crafting. You have to be in her private group to get her cutters. Very smart marketing tool on her part, because everyone wants to join her group because everyone wants the cutters. Okay, if I want the gingy to be tilted like that, I just want to cut the bottom. What is that right there? What is that white spot? Okay, got it. I think I just want to cut just the bottom of his little feet off. Don't look away, guys, look away. Look away. Y'all. I think I've been breathing clay and glue for too long, guys. I think I keep cutting it the wrong angle. Miniature red truck. Oh, so cute, Kathleen. That sounds so cute. I have a metal one out in my screen and porch in the back, a largish metal one, and I have decorated with greens and berries. It's a metal red farm truck. All right, third time's the charm, guys. I know how I want it to look. I just keep cutting it at the wrong angle. I need to cut it this way, I do believe. Okay. I think we got it now. Yeah, okay. Just want to take a smidge more off. Just a smidge. That much. Made a big difference. Hi, Wendy Brown. How are you? You don't have sound. Oh my gosh. Can you guys hear me? Oh my goodness gracious. I don't know. Facebook is crazy today. All right. So I feel like what the smart thing to do would probably to use puffy paint for the gingerbread icing rickrack stuff. Wendy, can you hear me? Kathy is saying that she has no sound and can't hear me. Wendy, this is what I'm making. Oh, you came back in and it's working now. Okay, good. Facebook is really having challenges today, y'all. Facebook. Sound, tap on the sound 2 times. Okay, all right, good. All right, so let's roll out a worm for our icing. Want it relatively thin because this is a little itty bitty guy. Little itty bitty gingy. Let's add some icing to the top of his little head. And then attempt to add some to his little arms. This is what I was saying. If it was Juliana, she probably would use puffy paint. She wouldn't mess with rolling worms teeny like this. She would just use puffy paint, which would be so much easier. But I'm using the clay. All right, put a little around his one little arm. Sorry, I keep slamming the scissors on the table. I know, I'm sure on your end that's so loud and rude. I'm so sorry. All right, let's do his other little. I feel like he should be holding something too, like a candy cane. I have clay under my nails. I am a mess. Little baby Gingy. Thank you, Diane. Thank you. All right, so for his little eyes, let me grab some of my black rhinestones that I use for my Gingy eyes. And then what else do I want to grab? We can have him holding a candy cane, and I have little candy canes. All right, pause please, guys. Come in my closet. Okay. So, I did what everyone else was doing. I went to Hobby Lobby while they still had them and got the ornaments that had the peppermint candies and the candy canes in them. Come home, you break the ornament open, and then you have like 20 little candy canes. That would be so cute for him to hold a candy cane. So let's give him his little eyes. So I'm going to make 2 little indentions where we're gonna put his eyes. Come in with some liquid fusion, puffy paint. Rip with the puffy paint and a ginger is considering doing. Yep, much faster, Kathleen. Yep. You see, she uses puffy paint pretty much all the time. I'm gonna put a little glue on the end of this toothpick, guys, because I don't trust myself with it going, because it's so teeny tiny. It's so teeny tiny. There. I feel like if I went right with the glue right to the Gingy, I would have ruined it. All right, so let's grab 2 little rhinestones. These are just from Michael's. They're just called Recollections Specialty Black Crystals. And they're teeny tiny. They work perfect for teeny tiny Gingy eyes. This is what I use all the time. And one side is pointed and the other side, I don't want to say is flat, but it's flatter than the pointed side. So I always put the pointed side down. Do you not know those 2 crystals are completely different sizes? One is tiny and one is microscopic. What the heck, guys? What the heck? I don't want the Gingys to have different looking eyes. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That's so funny. I don't think that's ever happened before. There we go. I think those 2 are the... What were the chances of that happening and me catching it before I put it onto my Gingy? You have one big eye and one little eye. Holy cow. All right, so one side is super pointed and the other side is just kind of pointed. So we're going to put the super pointed side down and the kind of pointed side up. They're kind of in the shape of like a diamond. And then we're going to push them into that clay. Pretty good. So as the clay dries and puffs up, they won't pop off. All right, what do I want to use for a little mouth? I have my smile tools, but I don't think I have one small enough, guys, for this little baby guy. I don't think I have a microscopic one small enough. Oh, wait, I do. I do. Look, guys. This one's perfect. Too funny. Too funny. All right, there's our little Gingy. All right, and somehow we're gonna put him in this little truck and have him holding the candy cane. He's gonna be popping out the window. All right. So I'm going to get a little water, just because that pink has had a long time to form a skin. I'm gonna put the Gingy in there. Finger press him down. His little head is popping out the top. I think I want her to be a girl, and we want to give her a bow. I have one pre-made over here. I think we want to give her a bow. Okay, so I'm going to put a little super glue on the back of the bow. Dangerous doing it over my silicone mat, because you know what is going to happen. I'm going to drop it on my mat. What side do I want the bow on? Because I want the candy cane over there, so we'll put the bow over here. Give her a little bow. And then we're going to put the candy cane in her hand. Which hand do I want it in? Diane, it depends on how thick it is. If you have something thin, one layer like that, it'll take a couple of days, 2 or 3 days to dry. If you have thick, 2, 3 layers, or thick, like this guy over here, I made this guy more than a week ago, and he's still not dry, because look at how big he is. Look at how, on the bottom, he's still wet. But the clay is very thick, and it took a long time to dry. Like, it could take, and I keep flipping it and turning him and flipping him and turning him, but it could take like 2 or 3 weeks to dry completely, 100%. All right, super glue on the back of the candy cane, and we're gonna put the candy cane in her hand. And then what I think I wanna do is make, with this mold that we all have, make a little holly leaves and berries to put on the candy cane. Now we're just finishing, guys. Now we're just finishing. Finishing touches. All of the hard work is done. The hardest thing was those fenders in the silver, and I'm so glad we did that, you guys, because it looks so good. It looks so good. Yep, it all depends on how thick your clay is on your project. A thin 1-layer cookie could pretty much dry, for the most part, overnight, definitely within 48 hours. But anything thicker, like this, is probably gonna take a week to dry. Maybe the little tree and the little presents will be dried quicker, but the thick parts where the truck is like double layers, that's gonna take a while, guys. All right, let's pop the leaves out of the mold, and then I like to come back in with teeny tiny pieces of clay to make berries. Just one. Sometimes, not on this teeny tiny one, but on the little bit larger sizes, I'll go ahead and put the pink or the red for the berries right in the mold. But on this teeny tiny one, it's a little hard. Everything on this is real tiny, but it's coming out super sweet, guys. Then Juliana had put garlands on hers. I feel like I want to do a garland, guys. I feel like that would be so cute on the back, a little Candyland garland. And we even can put little candies hanging off it. I have some candies pre-made, so you don't have to sit here and watch me make them. All right, that looks cute. The itty bitty holly leaves and berries. Let's glue that onto the candy cane with some super glue. That candy cane is not behaving. It's moving, so I want to put some more super glue up under it. Hold, please. Is Vay on here? She always says it with me. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. So cute. Desiree, this was the perfect idea for the gingy in here. That little gingy was the perfect size. Okay, how do I want the, yep, like that. Leaves pointing down. Super glue on the back. And we're gonna put it right there, and we're going to hold it, hold it, hold it. So delicate, so delicate. Cute. The finishing touches, guys, on a project. My idea? That was your idea. Whose idea was it? I started with the nutcracker, but then I think we moved to the gingy. Then I do want to make a little garland. And I think a bow right here at the door would be cute, but not that tiny bow. What kind of a bow mold do I have that would be a bigger bow, guys? A bigger bow. Snowflakes. A bigger bow. If you were my bow mold, where would you be? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we want a bow on the front, and we want let's see. I think these are too thick. I feel like one of these would be a good bow. All right, what color bow do we want? Because the truck is pink. So, do we want to do red? Do we want to do a little red bow? Because we got the red and white candy cane. I think a little red bow against the pink would be cute. What do you think, guys? Because peach would blend in. Blue, I'm not crazy about. I think a red bow. What do you guys think? Let's try. We'll make a red bow and then we'll see what it looks like. Which one do I want? Let's do this one. Oil. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Finishing touches will make or break your project. And those silver fenders, you guys, home run. Home run with the silver fenders. Holy cannoli. Love them so much. Adorable, right, Priscilla? Yeah. So, so cute. So, so cute. If anyone loves it and wants one, let me know. I'm going on Christmas break. I'd be happy to make you one over Christmas break. Red. Okay, Priscilla says red. Let's make a red one and see what it looks like. Then you guys know when this dries, you guys know I'm going to come back in with diamond dust and diamond dust. Probably the tree, the gingy's bow. All right. This little silicone tool is really good for teeny tiny things that you need to manipulate and move around. And if they're too tiny for your hands, this little, and I got this on Amazon in like a pack with other tools. All right, I feel like the bow is a yes. A yes, you guys. The red bow is a yes. Goes out. Let's, because this pink has a real good skin on it now, I am going to add just a tiny bit of super glue on the back of this red bow. And we'll carefully come in and add it. To the door on our truck. And I'm kind of manipulating it and bending it up a little so it almost has like a 3D kind of look. That bow will probably get some diamond dust on it. And then I do feel like I want to try to do the garland. So, what kind of breed is your puppy? Diane, she's a toy poodle, a chocolate brown toy poodle. She's 7.5 pounds. She's 8 years old. And she's a stinker, but we love her. Her name is Bailey. She's a good girl. All right. Super cute. I have another idea because I put that bow to the front. I think I want to put a doorknob over here in the back. What could I use for a doorknob, y'all? What can I use for a doorknob? All right, on this, I don't know. Because I don't think I watched Juliana's video that to the end to see how she did her garland. But I'm thinking in my head that I'm just going to roll a worm and do a swoopy swoop and then do the pinch and pull technique to fluff it out. If I do a swoop and a swoop, let's go for it, guys. All right, so we would attach it there, and we would do one little swoop, come up, and do a second little swoop. Where are my scissors? The end to look like it was cut off necessarily, so I'm trying to finesse it a little, to finger press it and finesse it. All right, that looks good. That looks good, guys. That looks good. All right, where's my key lime? Let's put this back in the hot tub. Make the door handles silver. All right, what should I make it? Just roll a little worm, or do I have like, can I use this and then cut it down? Because that's too big for, oh, that might work for the handle. We could do, all right, let's do that. So we could throw some paint on it and get it over to the side drying while we're working on our garland. All right, let's do that. Let's do that. All right, there's our garland. All right, guys. Wow, I have like 7 things going on all at the same time. All right, we're just gonna roll this out and we'll cut that piece out and pop it up, okay? All right, this is so fun, you guys. This is so fun. I'm so glad you're here brainstorming with me. That looks like a door handle. That looks like a door handle. Could do a tiny worm too, but I think that piece is gonna work. All right, so we'll come back in with our silver paint. Let me close this up so it doesn't get dried out. Come back in with our silver paint and just paint this up really quick. How cute, you guys. Oh my gosh. I love this so much. All right, so I'm gonna hold it on the top and bottom and paint the sides all the way around. And then when the sides are painted all the way around, then you can set it down and paint the top, okay? Desiree, are you gonna have this on your to-do list for like the weekend or after Christmas? No door handle. Okay, so mine's gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna make it my own. The ideas are just popping in my head and we're just winging it. We're just winging. All right, so let's bring the tweezers over while our garland is on, glued on good, and we're gonna do the pull and pinch method like we did with the tree. And this is working a lot better because it hasn't had an opportunity to get the skin on it like my tree did. So I'm just gonna go over it a couple of times until I get the desired look, until it starts looking like greens and not a clay worm. And then what do I want to put on it? What do I want to put on it? Should we do candies? Should we do holly leaves and berries? Should we do, well, I feel like not the holly leaves and berries because the leaves are green and the garland is green. So I feel like not holly leaves and berries. I have some candies pre-made, guys. I will pull them and bring them out and then we'll decide. This is looking cute. I'm loving this more and more and more and more. Every little thing we do. I am loving it so much, you guys. And Juliana wasn't sure. She didn't even know if she wanted to produce this set. Her husband talked her into it. She's like, oh, I don't think it'll be a popular one. When I saw it, I'm like, oh, yes, please. I need one. It's my wheelhouse. I like rust farmhouse. My house here is very coastal farmhouse with the barn doors. Oh, you can't see, the camera is. All my doors in my house are the barn doors sliding on the track. Tiny bulbs. Diane, yes, I have tiny bulbs. I have tiny bulbs. Yes, I have tiny bulbs. Can I find them? I think they're right here. They're not candyland though, they're dark. Wait, I think I have a mold. I think I have a mold that makes bulbs. That makes tiny bulbs. I think I have a mold. And it's a Christmas miracle. I can put my hand right on it. Y'all, are they gonna be too big though? Let's make one and see if it's gonna be too big. And you know I'm gonna want to paint the top of it, the silver. All right, so let's just make a peach taffy one. Just make one in any holiday seasonal theme. Yep, Stephanie, yep. That's what I just went and grabbed. Because I do have tiny little bulbs, but they're not Candyland colors, and I don't think I'd like, I feel like they're too dark. They're from Hobby Lobby. I feel like they're too dark. Let me see. I'll just grab. I feel like they're too, they just don't have the Candyland vibe. Oh, I don't know. Maybe they might. I don't know. They're really dark, guys. I don't know if I like them. Because everything else is so pastel. All right, let's put this little in here. I read your mind, Stephanie. I read your mind. Great minds. Think alike. We're on the same vibe with this. How stinking adorable. All right. Let's just pop this out. Okay. I feel like if I make them in the Candyland colors, it's going to go with our vibe. And we're going to want to paint the tops of those with the silver. So let's make a blue one. And we only need a couple, guys. We only need a couple. We don't need a ton. Let's make a blue one. I think it's a Christmas miracle, guys, that I could put my hands on this bulb mold. I have all my molds categorized, grouped together, and then put in Ziploc baggies. So I did have a Christmas one, and I was able to put my hands on it, and lo and behold, there is the light bulb mold. Yeah, we only need a couple. And I think if we do them all the Candyland colors like everything else, it'll be keeping with our vibe. All right, I think I need some more oil. So it'll pop out really easy. You guys, Kathleen's coming on in 15 minutes. It's 4:45. She's going on in 15 minutes, so we have to wrap this up in 15 minutes because I don't want to go into her time because I've already been on for a couple of hours this afternoon to fill up the space because we had so many people that couldn't go on today. All right, pop that one out. What other color? We could do a red one. Since we have our red bow and our red candy cane, do a little red one. Which there were red bulbs in that little pack I just pulled, but I think overall they were just a different vibe than this. And all of this is handmade with the clay, everything except for the little candy cane. So I feel like, I mean, if I added them, I'm sure it would have been adorable. But since I do have the mold, we might as well just give this a try. All right, and maybe one more. Let's do a lavender one. Let's do a lavender because we got a lot of pink. Are you real baking? What are you making, Stephanie? What are you making? And where do you live? Can I come over and taste test? Yeah, we already did Christmas this past Sunday with my kids. You guys have heard my story. It was supposed to be this upcoming Saturday, but conflicts occurred, so we had to pivot really quick, and we did it this past Sunday. So they won't be coming again. We'll be going to their houses. So I'm done. I'm off the hook. Keep going. Finish. Go and feed the animals, and you got to get ready. Okay, Kathleen, that sounds good because I'm like within 15 minutes of finishing. All right, how many do I need? Like 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's put them on. I am gonna put these on and then we'll hit the tops of them with the paint, you guys. But I am gonna put them on. I am going to put them on. So let's come over here with a purple one. Too cute, you guys, too cute. And then a peach taffy one. And then, oh, I might need one more, guys. I might need one more. And then, or I might not. It might be just enough. Oh my Lordy B. Stephanie, be careful what you wish for. Sugar cookies, those are my favorite. Alabama, that's not too far. If I jumped in my car now, I feel like I could be there in probably, I don't know, 12 hours. Ding dong, surprise. All right, so let's see. Our doorknob, still a little wet, so let me get a tiny little paintbrush, a tiny little paintbrush. Is this one gonna be okay? Let's try it with this one. Tiny little paintbrush. And I'm just gonna put a little paint on this the tip of this tiny paintbrush. And I'm gonna try to paint these on, just hit the tops of them to make the tops look like the silver part of the bulb. I'm sorry guys, you're seeing the top of my head. Y'all, thank you so much for all your suggestions and help. I think this came out precious. Right up there with one of my top favorites that I've ever made. It's just so dang cute. So dang cute. See, I'm just using a teeny tiny brush and I'm just hitting it. And I may let it dry and then go back in and put a second coat. I'll see how it looks. I will most likely do that because I was able to really, the other pieces, I was able to really like put it on thick to make it look like 2 coats. And this might just look a little thin. So I'll let it dry in place and then I'll come back and do a second coat on the silver so it's sparkly. Overnight me some. I love Christmas and I love Christmas baking. I love Christmas cookies. Like I said, I'm done with my obligation. I will be a guest now at my son's house for the holiday. And all I have to do is like help if they need help. But I'll probably just be playing with my grandchildren while they're doing whatever they need to do in the kitchen. I'll do one of those, oh, let me know if you need help. Let me know if you need help. This looks cute with the silver on the bulbs, guys, but they definitely, for my taste and liking, they definitely are gonna need a second coat because I definitely want them more silver. And like I said, I'm gonna let this dry overnight and I'll come back in with some diamond dust tomorrow. All right, and our doorknob. The Debbie doorknob. We use the little back bumper piece, cut it again, put some silver paint on it, and we're just going to use that as the door handle. I'm going to put it right there. Okay. Other than a second coat of the silver paint on the bulbs, and then probably some diamond dust on maybe the bows on the presents and the bow on the gingy, and then maybe some green sweet glitter on the tree. Tomorrow, when everything dries, for all intents and purposes, guys, I think it's done. Top 3 favorites I've ever made. This is one of them. I love the little nutcracker cookie. I love this guy. I love him so much. I love him. See, I can't pick really a top 3. Let me put this down before I ruin it. I love him so much. Thank you, guys. I see the hearts coming through. Does that mean that you like them? I love my Mr. and Mrs. Claus, and I can't even believe I made these from scratch. I love my Mr. and Mrs., especially him. He's so cute with his little bald head. Someone wants me to make him for her, so I gave her a price that I thought she would say no, and she said yes. And I told her, I cannot do that before Christmas. That's going to be an after Christmas. And she said, that's fine. This one, you guys, this one, I absolutely love. I have to fix the glitter cord on his brim because the brim dried and shrunk a little and the glitter cord pulled away, but I can fix that. I made this from scratch. The face is half of a large styrofoam ball, and then the hat is half of a gigantic cone, and then all that inside, I made all of that. The nutcracker cake pop and the peppermint stick and the lollipop, all of that I made. Of course, this one that we did at Fake Bakers Gone Wild, and I finished it when I got it home. I love this one so much. This is the one Crystal taught us at Fake Bakers Gone Wild. I love him. Her name is Holly Berry. I love her. You see, I'm gravitating to all the Christmas things because I love Christmas so much. And this one, guys, I made this one from scratch, and I love her so much. Look at her cute little face. And her little hat, and her lollipop, decoupaged a napkin. Look at her little feet. So cute. Nutcracker head, right? Yes. It wasn't really that difficult to make either. I made that in the Pink Frosting Divas, I want to say in September. And I showed one part of it each Monday for the 4 Mondays in a row. And then the final Monday, I just put it all together. But he has such a cute little face. Sweet little face. And then all those pieces inside, not all of them, like those donuts there are store-bought from Hobby Lobby. But the little Mouse King cookie I made, the Clara cookie I made. These resin lollipops are from Cece, and then I added a foam clay bow. This is from Laura from Gumdrop Sugar Shop. I made the nutcracker cake pop with a cupcake on his head. Okay, guys. Okay, I think I'm done. And it's almost 5 o'clock. Kathleen's going to be up at 5. Did she teach another version of that in the secret recipe, Stephanie? Yeah, that's the one that she did for us live at Fake Bakers Gone Wild. And then I just changed mine up a little bit. I added, did I add the lollipop? Or was the lollipop included, but I changed mine up? Yeah, the lollipop was maybe included. Or was just the macaron included? I can't remember. But I added glitter to the lollipop and then the bow, and I put rhinestones on it. I always like to change my stuff up, guys. I like to make it my own. I'm sure you guys are like that too. But here's the little farm truck we did today. Thank you for everyone's input, everyone that helped me. And I love, love, love all the parts that we painted with the silver. So you guys, if you love, go get some of this. I think I got it from Amazon, but Hobby Lobby probably has it too. Different ways, yeah. Yeah, send me a picture. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it, Stephanie. That's the cute little truck. I can't wait to take a picture of it and post it and show it to Juliana to show her how mine turned out different. She had a Santa in hers. I did a Gingy. She did her garland different. She did her fenders and hubcaps and bumpers different. But that's the fun thing. Fun thing is to make it your own. Make it your own, right? Thank you, Desiree. Thank you, everyone. All right, guys, I have one more day on the calendar before Christmas break. Next Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern for the Pink Frosting Divas. I'll be up creating something. Theme is going to be Santa. So I'll be creating something Santa. And then, like I said, I'm taking December 23rd through January 2nd off. I think it's like 10 days I'm taking off, and I may pop on and do stuff like this, just fun, just for me, or I may not. It all depends on how I feel when I wake up. I might craft in my pajamas, who knows? It's just gonna be very chill. These 10 days are gonna be very chill. So I'll see you Monday at 2, Pink Frosting Divas, and if I don't see you live again before Christmas, very Merry Christmas to everyone. You guys, I just appreciate you so much. Those that follow my business page, those that watch me and come on every time I'm on and comment and support me and cheer me on and sprinkle me out. I appreciate you all so very much, more than words can say. And I'm looking forward to the new year and lots more creative juices flowing and all of the crafting and all of the good things, guys. All of the good things. I love how the truck turned out. If you want one, let me know. I'd be happy to make you one. All right, guys, a very Merry Christmas. Hopefully I'll see you all again Monday the 22nd, Pink Frosting Divas. And if not, Merry Christmas. Bye, guys. Thank you.